Hi, I'm Brad Smart, and the title of this top grading tips article is Top Grading is Most Crucial in a Sluggish Economy. During the past 40 years, I've observed talent management practices in up markets and down markets and have concluded two pretty important points I'll discuss in this issue. Number one, almost all companies talk a good talent game, but most admit they overhire and they tolerate mediocre talent in up markets. And two, a down or sluggish economy is the best time to top grade because mediocre talent drags struggling companies down, 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 and there's more talent available at lower comp levels. Here's some background. Remember those dot-com bubble days? Of course you do. Talent was so scarce that any kid exhibiting basic knowledge of the internet could walk out of his dorm, toss his frisbee in any direction, watch it land in front of a business, walk in, get a job. Cisco Systems was known to buy entire companies. Not necessarily high-tech companies, just companies that had staff because they needed bodies. Companies paid huge amounts to entice candidates. EMC bragged that it paid its sales reps the most of all high-tech companies, up to, would you believe, $3 million? And then the bubble broke. Ouch. Deja vu? I talked to former chairman and CEO of General Electric, Jack Welch, about the go-go years of the 1990s, when a few GE companies had gotten a little bit casual in talent management, and B players had received A player ratings that were not fully deserved. Some executives thought it didn't really make any difference because, hey, even though the talent bar was being compromised a bit, the stock was going up, 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 and articles touted GE as the best managed company in the world. But Jack knew that carrying less than A players dragged company performance down and would make any company more vulnerable during the next downturn. So he spent a huge amount of time, up to 50% of his time, in talent meetings, selling, driving, and requiring top talent in every job. Fast forward to the economic downturn that began in 2008 and continues to today. There's a lot of talk these days about a recovery, but as soon as Fed Chairman Ben Bernanke hints at cheap money drying up, the stock markets globally seem to head south. We read about certain industries coming back, but in general, large businesses are still cutting back or only hiring on a limited basis, mostly to replace key people who quit. And small businesses, businesses which create 70% of the new jobs, are A, extremely slow to hire, or B, not hiring, or C, going out of business, or D, not even starting up. They're not even a business yet, and they won't be until the economy is more favorable. So, to repeat, during a down economy is the most important time to top grade. I know dozens of companies that have gone out of business in recent years because as the company declined into red ink, the CEO just couldn't let long-term, loyal, but mediocre employees go. And so now everybody is gone. And during the past few years, every new top grading company measured the success, their success hiring, and they measured the costs of hiring people and mishiring people. And even when hiring was limited, the mishires turned out to be way more costly to the bottom line than during the up markets. Yes, in up markets, mishires seem to just hide in the shadows. Doesn't make that much difference. But man, in down markets, mishires stand out, and you know they're more costly. If your business is struggling and you're looking at costs, please visit www.topgradingcalculators.com. There you can estimate the costs of mishires to your business. You'll blanch at how costly those mishires are in money, but also in the time of A players. A players who are not soaring because they're spending a lot of time carrying the lesser performers. But the good news is, the calculators will also tell you how much money and time you'll save as you top grade and reduce those mishires. Okay? So, here are 5 top reasons to top grade in a down economy. Number 1, more talent is available at lower comp levels. This happens in every economic downturn. More people are out looking for jobs. A players can be attracted more easily. You have the luxury of being able to get better talent cheaper. A client is recruiting the head of human resources, and despite the fact that their business is down, they have more and better candidates than they did before 2008, before the downturn. Hiring is all about supply and demand. And when the supply of talent is up, because businesses folded or they laid people off, and demand is down, most businesses not hiring, certainly not as much, well, talent is cheaper to hire. But here's a caution. When the economy improves, be sure not to underpay your people, or those inexpensive A players will probably go to green pastures. Number 2, here's why you should top grade now. Underperformers expect to be let go. If 2 out of 10 sales reps account for 80% of sales and your business is barely profitable, the maybe 2 or 3 or 4 or more lowest performing sales reps will not be surprised if they receive a pink slip. You're running a business, not a social service organization, so you have to do what's right for the business. Interestingly, you might not have to hand out any pink slips. Follow top grading methods and be sure you have job scorecards with measurable goals and accountabilities those sales reps said they would achieve. And when people fail to perform, as well as they committed to perform, they usually quit before being fired. Third reason to top grade now, talent is an investment, not a cost, despite what your accountants might say. Only top graders seem to really, truly believe this. Most managers hire 25% high performers, 50% so-so performers, and 25% lousy performers. So 75% of the people they hire turn out to be disappointments. But top graders achieving 75% or even 90% hiring success experience sky-high ROI when they hire those people. Number 4, sales is the most important area to top grade in a downturn. 2 well-known companies who implemented top grading programs based on the, coincidentally, 2008 release of the book Topgrading for Sales told me they have replaced mediocre reps with top producers, and those companies are not even lowering their sales target for the year in a down year. And 5 new online top grading hire tools make it simpler and easier than ever to top grade. I know it's a bit tacky to insert a sales pitch in a top grading tips article, but the release of the 3rd iteration of our top grading online solutions suite of online tools will show how easy it is to do. So I've outlined a hypothetical 1-week top grading success scenario in which we'll call it Acme Company. Acme starts out with 50 resumes for a sales rep. So number 1, on Monday, all 50 candidates receive an email asking them to complete the online top grading career history form. Now that career history form has a truth serum in it that forces people to tell the truth. Number 2, by Wednesday, 30 candidates completed it and 20 poor candidates dropped out because the truth serum made them realize that their deceptive resumes would be discovered. Good. You didn't want to talk to them anyway. So the 30 candidates pushed submit, and also by Wednesday, you instantly got the top grading snapshot, a picture of their career with full comp history and accurate performance ratings by all their bosses. So also on Wednesday, you look through the 20 top grading snapshots and you, in a matter of just minutes, find 4 candidates who stand out. They really look promising. So you pick up the phone, still on Wednesday, you call the 4, screen them on the phone, and invite the best ones to come in, say Thursday afternoon. Maybe there are just 2 candidates. Then on Thursday, you select to print the top grading interview guide. You just push a button, and the top grading interview guide pops out, and it's pre-populated with 100% of the detailed information the candidates supplied when they completed the career history form. Be sure to find a tandem interviewer who will also conduct the top grading interview with you. You do, say, 2 of those, and at the end, you ask the candidate to arrange reference calls with former bosses, maybe just for that one outstanding candidate. Those calls are arranged by the weekend so that, number 7, by next Monday, You've talked to the former bosses and others, and guess what? You hire an A player. Okay. In reality, there would perhaps be three finalists, and the process might be stretched out over several weeks. But the point is, these online tools are the latest and best, and very, very easy to use to get started top grading. By the way, a recommended resource is if you want to read the internationally published article on top grading, click, you have to go back to the article to do it, Hone Your Hiring Skills. And it's a very recent article from a publication entitled Construction Business Owner. Hope this was helpful, and until next time, of course, top grade your team, and you will top grade your profits.